Alright, so we are off to lift again. I liked the gym that I was at yesterday, but I have a strong opinion on my thoughts on it. So, it is frustrating for someone who wants to train Olympic weightlifting for a few reasons. And obviously it's a gym in northern Minnesota, so to be accommodating for all of my needs, I think just having a space, I feel lucky. I don't want to be like ungrateful in that regard, but I do have some opinions on just some gym trends that can be frustrating, and I don't think they make complete sense in my mind. So when there is bumper plates, so those are the rubber plates. Now if a gym says please no dropping weights and they only have metal plates, that makes sense. Like, you shouldn't drop metal plates ever. But when there is rubber plates, the purpose of rubber plates is to be able to drop them safely. That's why they're rubber, is to be able to bounce and then take force off the ground and not cause a lot of damage, reduce noise, all that good stuff. So it is difficult to understand sometimes why gyms have rubber plates but then still don't allow you to drop weights. There's a bunch of signs up saying do not drop the weights. So I don't know. I was just trying to be respectful, and you could see in yesterday's video, I wasn't dropping the weights. I was kind of setting them down, which is not ideal because I don't know. It, for some reason, it beats my shoulders up. Oh deer! One deer, two deer, three deer, four deer, mama and some babies. Gotta love that. They're really moving right now, by the way. If you live in Minnesota or just kind of like the Midwest, the deer are moving. But yeah, so the other thing is finding a bar that spins. The bars don't spin super well at this gym, and you'll hear a lot of people that do Olympic weightlifting talk about bar spin and how you want a lot of it. If you are unfamiliar and someone who is subscribed to my channel, you want bearings on an Olympic bar so that it is almost like gyroscopic with your joints, with your movements, so that it takes fatigue off of the joints, or stress off the joints. So like a really nice Swedish barbell from Eleiko, it spins a ton, and it'll spin, if you put like a 35 on it, it'll spin for like minutes straight. What that does is when you're going overhead and the bar, when you flick your wrist, the bar is gyroscopic with your wrist, and it reduces the impact on the joint, which can keep you safe. Now there are bars that are just like gyms buy, they're generic, they kind of spin, but there's not like a ton of bearings in the bar like this gym has that I'm going to. Cleans, it's not so bad. You can clean a pretty stiff, pretty non-spinny bar. It's more snatches where the bars don't spin even. You snatch it overhead, then it rolls again, and it can cause a lot of stress on the shoulders, the traps, and then obviously the wrists, which is a big concern. And so, I don't know, it's not ideal. I'm not going to snatch again today though. I'm just going to do some power cleans. There were some people saying that they wanted to see some more like of the bodybuilding side of this stuff, and so I might film a little bit of that today too. But yeah, I have block snatches tomorrow, so I am going to do some power cleans today, see what we can hit for power clean, and then yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yesterday, cabin work was a success. got the dock out, and carrying one of the metal dock pieces, I actually had to like Zercher carry it. And then there was a few pieces where I had to load it on my back and carry it like a back squat. So I don't feel like people are like, oh, how are you going to use the back squat in real life? Just knowing how to carry something on your back and like load your traps to create a shelf so that you can carry it. The back squat teaches you that. Knowing how to carry stuff in your forearms. The Zercher teaches you that. And so I feel like it's pretty usable. I used it yesterday. And it's nice to be able to, like, when blue collar work gets heavy, to be able to do that stuff because you're a strong guy from the gym. To be able to help my family out like that. I don't know. I think it's cool. And it is very, oh gosh, we'll say functional. But it's been a good cabin trip. Obviously, my kids love being up here. And it's just great being outside. And I can't believe in Minnesota it's like 80 in October, where my kids can be playing in their swimsuits, in their water, at the beach of the cabin. It's wild. But I'm not complaining at all. So we're going to go crush these weights. Hopefully make a good Sunday out of it. Power clean somewhere upwards of 300 pounds. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I did forget to mention, I've been a little gassed lately. We won our beach volleyball playoffs, but we had to play 5 matches in one night. 4 of those 5 matches went 3 sets. And so I'm pretty sure I used every glycogen store that I had saved up. I was just completely spent. The 2 days before, I could hardly move my Achilles tendons just from jumping so much. And my hamstrings by match 5 were completely cramped up. Every single jump they would tighten up, they would give me a Charlie horse. And so yesterday's lift, I obviously like front squatted really well, and then I snatched, I don't know, it was like around 85% for a no foot snatch, which is on a unideal barbell, which is good, but it didn't feel great, and I think I still have just been super spent from that tournament, but it's worth it because we won. So we're gonna get this lift now. We're gonna do our best to get some good clips, and just kind of get one last good lift up here at the cabin, and then we're back to our normal routine at the school. So hope you guys have a blessed Sunday. Keep dropping some comments of stuff that that I talk about that you want to see more of, and yeah, we'll make it a great day. Peace. definitely need this part. So, that's why I need to get some rest after.